Hey, what's going on, people? I am back with a new video. Hopefully you guys are checking out the new website. It's just another thing about me that you guys can see that I love soul music so much, so give y'all a little bit more, and it's a part of me. So hopefully you guys checking it out. This is the first video that I'm premiering on it. I'm excited, I'm hyped. But this video is going to be about really two people. It's going to be about two people that I feel that really are the blueprints of what these guys now today kind of, you know, these artists today kind of go with the girls. They, you know what I mean? They talk to the females, and I feel like there's two people that really is the blueprint of that. And you know, but in this video, we're going to take a ride. We're going to rock to some music. We're going to sip a little bit. We're going to have a conversation like we normally do. You know how I do. And, yeah, so let's get this started. So I'm going to give y'all a little medley to give y'all a little bit on what this video is going to be more about. I can talk, but we're going to see what this video is going to be about. So let's start with the music. And we're going to go like this. Okay, we went there. Now we're going to go here. I wanna take it down. I really wanna take it down. Take it down, yeah. Now we gonna go this way. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna do you like this, baby. Come on, man. Y'all gotta be rocking to these joints right now, man. And we gonna go with this one for the last one. I think everybody know once the beat drop, you gonna know what this is. Ha! Okay, so y'all feeling me? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Y'all gonna see where I'm going with this? That had to sound good for the kids. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all younger generation, y'all know about these joints. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the two blueprints that I'm gonna be talking about kind of made it possible for Trey Songz and Chris Brown and Usher and actually R. Kelly. So I'm gonna go with this way. Oh man, okay, Junior, you hurting them now. And then we gonna go to this one. Like I do. Hey, all right. Now y'all see where I'm about that. I'm talking about Teddy Pendergrass and Al Green. I feel like these two guys are the blueprints for the reasons why we have Usher, Raheem DeVaughn, Kenny Lattimore, Keith Sweat, Trey Songz, Chris Brown, R. Kelly, all them heads. I feel like Teddy Pendergrass and Al Green are the blueprints for these guys. And I say that because it seems like we give Marvin a lot of that credit because of Let's Get It On. But let's be real. If you go back and learn a little bit of your history, Let's Get It On wasn't really a sexual song until Marvin turned it into that. Technically, it was supposed to be like a quote-unquote social song that the writer gave to Marvin, but Marvin realized, wait a minute, this is more of like a sexual kind of joint. So he made Let's Get It On as a sexual song, which made him be a sex symbol. But in reality, when Teddy P and Al Green made these songs, they were already being sexual. So I feel like they should get more of the credit than Marvin, even though Marvin is one of my favorites. Don't get me wrong. Marvin Gaye is one of my favorite artists of all time, but I got to give credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? So that's I wanted to start with that. So since we on that kind of roll, you know who I'm gonna start with? My boy Teddy P, and let's go like this. Hey, looks like another love TKO. Hey, y'all can't tell me y'all not feeling that, man. Come on. But we gonna start with, you know, Teddy Pendergrass. I want to start with him. Teddy Pendergrass, my boy from Philly. He is from Philly. You know, he was with the group The Cadillacs when he first started out or whatever. And then he moved on to be with Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes as the drummer. He was going to be the drummer, but Howard heard him and was like, wait a minute, you can be this lead singer. Because before Teddy P became the lead singer, they didn't really have any hits. But as soon as he became the lead singer, he became, that guy. So, let's talk about Teddy Pendergrass's voice for a second. Teddy Pendergrass, what I say, has that growl in his voice, that growl. You know what I mean? And actually, he used to actually be my third favorite singer after Sam Cooke and Eddie Levert from the OJs. But then I heard Otis Redding, and then that was kind of it. So, but he's still, and Teddy P is still in my top 5, hands down. But what makes me know why he has that growl in his voice, because I found out when he was younger, he wanted to be a preacher. So you can tell that growl was from him really preaching, because he was ordained as a preacher at like 10, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I'm like, whoa. So it makes sense why he has that growl in his voice. And even though he's growling, it still sounds good, and it's on rhythm, so that's what made Teddy, I wanted to talk a little bit about his voice, you know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of singers these days don't even have a voice. Yeah, I said it. But I digress. But back to the music. So when finally when Teddy Pendergrass got with the group with Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes, he, like I said, was the drummer. But then he became the lead singer, and then they signed to Philadelphia International Records, which that is with the legendary production of Gamble and Huff. Icons, legends, writers, producers. They have worked with everybody from the OJs to oh God, I'm lost train, but they worked so many people. Mother, father, sister, brother. They have worked with so many legendary artists, and once they heard them, they knew they could do something with them. So, I'm going to play a little medley of the hits that they had, and we going to take it from there. So, I'm going to start with actually their first single, which was I Miss You, which was actually supposed to be given to the Drells, which the movie The Five Heartbeats that Robert Townsend did was based on the life of the Drells. Stay in my corner, all of them, yeah, that. And they were supposed to get this song, but they declined on it. And hey, it ended up being their first single for Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes, and they got a hit from it. So here we go.
Ever since you went away, I ain't been doing nothing but
crying, thinking.
You've been away from me so long, and I just don't think I can carry on, so I started
crying. See, I messed up. It's really drinking. How the nerve I'm going to say crying. But they say drinking. And I sat there and had a drink. Hey, it is what it is. But y'all know the song. Y'all know what it is. Next song we going to go to is If You Don't Know Me By Now. Now, that I think was probably one of their biggest songs. But you know that song was supposed to go to Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells. It was supposed to go to them. Well, the Bell, let's just say that. It was supposed to go to them. And, but the scheduling didn't happen, and they ended up giving it to them, and all history was made. Let's go there.
like I understand you. When I come home a little late at night, cause we only act like children. When we argue, fuss and fight, if you don't know,
woo! You will never know me. Shout at him, Teddy. But then we gonna go to the next one. We gonna get it. We gonna boogie a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And they had a couple of joints that we can boogie to. So here we go. Come on now. Well, maybe. Was the sweet love, the love I long. Was the love I lost. No, never love again. Next. Hey. You wanna know the truth about it, tell you what it's gonna do. Yeah. That love. That's what you got. Y'all can't tell me y'all not grooving to this, man. Oh my God, this music sounds so good. So the next one, I think everybody knows. I think so many people probably remade this. The version that I actually like best is the version with John Legend, Common, and Melly Fiona. I think they bodied this. And this is this.
I know we could do it if we all lend a hand. Only thing we have to do
is put it in our minds. Things will work out because they do every time. Now, Melly Fiona killed that verse. Oh my God, I love that. If y'all get a chance, check out Melly Fiona and Common and John Legend's version with the Roots. They bodied that, man. But talking about Teddy Pendergrass, so now as you can see, Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes, they clearly had it, and clearly they had what they knew that would sell, and that was Teddy's voice. So Teddy's voice had to be on everything. Now, actually, one of my favorite songs by Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes is actually when Teddy is not actually singing lead. It's actually by Sharon Page and Howard, and they're singing. But one thing about Gamble and Huff, they were very smart. They knew to throw Teddy Pendergrass at the end, because we had to get that Teddy on that record. No, hold on. Let me go to the chorus and then y'all know. Get me together soon. Alright, now let me take it to the end. Sing, Teddy. Yeah, man. So, like I said, Gamble and Huff was very smart. They knew off the break that they had to throw Teddy on that song for us to kind of believe it, because Teddy Pendergrass was the lead on everything else. So, if we wasn't his voice wasn't on this record, I don't think the fans would have been like, what the heck is going on? But now we get to his solo career, and this is when I was introduced to Teddy Pendergrass and that voice that I love from him. I was introduced to him, like I tell y'all in a lot of my videos, me and my family, we love to play music. That's just what it is, and as y'all can see, I'm a big music head, especially soul music as it is. So, I think it was one weekend we were listening to music, and we was chilling. I think everybody got off work, and me got off school, and everybody was chilling, and we started playing the 8-track player, and I think my mom, I don't know how we got to this, but she played this song, and I was like, who is this? And this is actually her favorite song from Teddy P, and it's actually mine as well. So. Silly fool, don't you lose about your good thing. Okay, so for me, when I heard that song, I was like, Mom, who is this? She was like, oh, that's Teddy Pendergrass. Oh, you don't know about Teddy? And I'm looking at her like, if I'm asking you, how the heck do I know about Teddy Pendergrass? Yeah, that's what I did. But yeah, after that, I was like, I heard that kind of soul and emotion because I'm so used to hearing a lot of females and their voices, so when they come around with a male singer and they have that emotion in their voice, I caught on fast. So it was like, whoa, who is this cat? And after a while, I really started listening to Teddy and knowing him, but what brings familiar for me when I was listening to Teddy Pendergrass was my pops. My dad was on the road and my dad was a truck driver, so we used to take trips with him to Utah and Canada and so many, Florida and so many other places. And I just remember, I think he had it, or maybe my mom brought it, I don't know, but I just remember him having the Red Teddy album, if I'm not mistaken. It's a red cover, and it was cassettes. Lord have mercy, don't I sound ancient. But it was a red cassette, and he was on it. I think it was a girl behind him, and I think it was the Teddy album. And I just remember my father playing it. Like, that's for one thing about our family. When we like something, we play it over and over and over and over and over. That's why sometimes my friends bug out, because they like, do you listen to the same thing all the time? But if I love it, I love it. So that's where I get it from. So I just remember my dad playing that, and it's just like I started getting I started falling in love more with his vocals. Like, Teddy can blow. Like, he can sing his face off. And even when he's yelling and growling at you, it's still on rhythm, like I said. And it was just like, whoa, like, this dude is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like Teddy Pendergrass is a blueprint for a lot of these guys, because after he got big and after his songs got big, because I'm going to give y'all a melody of his songs, don't worry. And, when he got popular, his manager was like, yo, a lot of your songs are dedicated to the females. Won't you start doing women-only concerts? And he started doing that. Now, all of a sudden, who's doing that now? You got Usher that did it. You got Trey that does it. You got Chris Brown that does it. You got so many of them. So that right there actually stamps why I feel like Teddy Pendergrass was a lot more, iconic to blueprint of love and having more with the ladies, because Marvin was more of the black power. Everybody was with him or what's going on and talking about all that. But when it came to Teddy, it was all about sex in the bedroom. That's just what it was. And he catered to the females. And I think that's what a lot of the guys do now. And it's a lot because of him. So, like I said, I wanted to give that. So, like I said, the reasons Usher, Trey, Chris, and all of them, they do women concerts because they cater to the women. So I wanted to do that. So I'm going to give y'all a little medley of, you know, Teddy Pendergrass. We can rock a little bit. I'm going to play definitely. I know what y'all want to hear. I know what y'all want to hear, but give me a second. We're going to have to gradually get there. Give me a second. So we going to start with this. You can't hide from yourself. Dum, 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 dum. Everywhere you go, see, there you are. I just got to tell you, hey. Yeah, we got a little skipping, but it's all good. Okay, next one. We gonna go this way. Get up, get down, get funky, get loose. Hey, get up, get down, get funky, get loose. Hey, come on. Hey, up, get down, get funky, get loose. Hey, get down, get funky, get loose. Hey, okay, we gonna go this way. Oh, good, loving somebody. If somebody loves you back, and that's a fact. Hey, it's so good. Well, needing somebody, and somebody needs you back. Oh, come on. I wish I could play more of this, y'all, but you know YouTube be acting crazy, so I can't give y'all. I'll give y'all little samples, though. So I know these last two songs I think everybody knows and everybody wants to hear, and it's probably still on your current playlist as we speak when you trying to do things, when you want to do things, you know what I mean? But we're going to start with this one. We're going to start with this one.
Closer and closer, so close to me. Let's get lost in
It's your love.
Come here, baby.
Ha! And we gonna go here. Teddy will yell at you now. What's Sad saying, Kings of Comedy? He said, Teddy would, he'll yell at you now. He'll yell at you, shorty. But, yeah. So, like I said, Teddy Pendergrass, one of the blueprints. You got to give it up to Teddy. He has bangers for days that is classic, that you can still put on your love playlist and let it rock. And songs like Close the Door and Turn Off the Lights, I think that is kind of the big ones that everybody kind of know from him. But he has some dance joints too now. So check Teddy Pendergrass out. If you don't have it, please go to his greatest hits. Go buy it. Go listen to it. Please realize where some of these guys get a lot of these music from. Like Mr. Trey Songz called his little girls that he liked, they called the Trey Angels. Well, Teddy started that first because he called his the Teddy Angels. Check that out. He has a video of his concert on YouTube, and check it out. And he calls his girls the Teddy Angels. One for you. Okay, now we're going to go to Rev. Good old Rev. Rev, oh, good old Rev. Al Green. Now, this here. Brother Al Green, Reverend Al Green. I love how Betty Wright said in her, what she said, Reverend Al Green brought a church for $25,000. She said, why didn't they bring the man to me? I would have told him heaven is free. I love that part. If y'all, Betty Wright's live album, one of the best live albums I feel like of all time as well. One of them. Go listen to that, Body That. But that's where I get that from when she talk about Brother Al Green. Brother Al Green, another one that I feel like a lot of these guys get their swag from is Brother Al Green. Giving you a background of him, he was born in Arkansas, but he moved to Michigan. His family was very religious. Very religious. Very religious. And, you know, with that, he started listening to, they called it secular music. They called it that. And he started listening to Jackie Wilson. I know my grandfather would have been very happy if he wouldn't have knew that. He listened to Jackie Wilson, and his family kicked him out. They kicked him out because, you know, they were very religious, and they told him you should not be listening to that music. And so, you know, let's talk about Al Green's voice for a minute. Let's talk about this. Now. So, his voice is very bluesy. It's very, very, very bluesy. And, you know, I was introduced to him actually in South Carolina where my mother was in college. And, yes, my mother got her degree, too. Go, Mom, raising a kid like me, and you got your degree, more power to you, girl. But, yeah, I was introduced to him in South Carolina, and actually, this song is the first song that I actually remember from him. Look what you done to me. Like, now, y'all probably gonna laugh at me for real, but hey, you know, we honest with each other. This is how we conversate. I used to actually make fun of Al Green's voice. I didn't really like it as a kid. Like, I really didn't. Because I used to think it was just too bluesy. And it reminded me of B.B. King and Bobby Blue Band. And I was just like, ugh, why? Like, I was just like, he sounds, and it sounds like Lucille with B.B. King playing his voice. And I used to be like, oh, these songs, like, Take Me to the River, Take Me to the River, and I was like, oh my God, as a kid, I used to laugh at it. But now the older I got to appreciate it because I learned as well that Reverend Al Green, he wanted to sound like Jackie Wilson, James Brown, Sam Cooke, and he wanted that kind of voice, but his mentor told him, look, you need to find your own voice. You need to find who Al Green is. Don't be like somebody else. And that's what a lot of people in this industry today needs to stop doing. Be yourself. Yeah, I said it again. But back to Brother Al Green. So he said you need to find your own voice, and you don't need to sound like them. So, you know, his first album, I forgot what it was called, but if you listen to it, the way he got on was the remake of The Temptations' Can't Get Next to You. And I actually liked his version, actually. I like it. But it was still bluesy. So it was just like, you know, you got during those times, this is 72, you know, around that time when you had kind of Marvin, it was more political and things like that. And Al Green still came through the door with these type of records. And it was just like, when I finally started loving Al Green, it was for this song right here. Yeah. Take me by the hand. Yeah. Now, if you go on my Instagram, I did a video when I was home maybe about 3 months ago. Was it 3 months ago, 2 months, whatever. And you go on Instagram, I'm going to put it in the more info box. I was rocking to that joint. Like, I love that song. And these are the songs that I started loving after I basically laughed at Al Green. But these are the songs that I actually started loving them. And these are kind of a medley from him that I really enjoy. And I know what y'all probably want to hear again, but we got to get there. Give us a second. Let's gradually get there, people. Then we'll get there, and then it'll be all right. So let's go on to the next one. Now, he kind of reminds me of, you know who also reminds me of a little bit of an Al Green, a little more than these guys, but even though these guys took the swag from him? Keith Sweat. Because Al Green was a begging somebody, too. He would beg. He was a beggar, and I see where Keith Sweat get that from, because Keith Sweat was definitely a beggar. But, I think everybody knows this. This song actually reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Love and Basketball, When It Begins.
Love and happiness. Yeah. Something that can make you do wrong, make you do right.
Hey, who? And then when the beat. Hey, wait a minute. Hi, hey, come on. Wait a minute. And I think this is the biggest one. I think so many people remade it. And one that comes to mind will be Tina Turner. She remade it, and it is this. Come on, Barack. I'm so in love with you. Yo, Barack killed that at the Apollo, yo. I'm sorry. Mr. President Barack Obama killed that. He bodied that, man. We loved it. But yeah, Al Green was smooth. Like, to me, he brought more of that blues to kind of soul. Because, you know, we have different genres. We got soul, we got blues, we got all that. And I think we all try to put it together and make R&B. But in my opinion, Al Green was doing something different that Stevie and Marvin wasn't doing. Don't get me wrong, them brothers can sing, but Al Green was bringing more of that wailing, that blues to R&B, and he was doing something different. And I think that, you know, these guys kind of got a little swag from him. And, you know, one song that comes to mind that I could think about, especially that puts that Al Green, Teddy Pendergrass flavor together, and I told him on Twitter, Tank, he has a song called Missing You, and I'm going to play a sample of it, but y'all, it gives you that Al Green, that Teddy Pendergrass all together, and here it goes. I like this. Y'all need to go get stronger too, because that album is dope. It was underrated. Y'all need to check that album out. Tank bodied that album. He did something different. People don't understand it, but he got bangers like this. So how can you not love the album? Y'all tripping. But go get that by Tank. It gives you that little bluesy, but still Tank is giving you vocals. Yeah. He giving you vocals. But back to Al Green. I say because Al Green, I was watching, and I said, I'm so sorry, y'all. Now the drink is definitely hitting me now. Like, it's definitely hitting me. Because the music is hitting, and I'm sipping a little bit, so now it's hitting me. But Al Green, I saw a performance that he did on Soul Train, and he had his arm in a sling. And he started passing roses out to the girls. And I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't even know who started that, but I haven't seen nobody before him that was doing that. And he passed the roses out to the girls and all that kind of stuff. And now you got people like Jaheim. Jaheim did, what's the heck you call it? He did the Valentine's Day. He was passing out roses to the girls. Even though he was singing a Luther record, he was still passing out. He got that from Brother Al Green. And to me, I feel like Teddy Pendergrass and Al Green was a little bit more sexy. Like, I know that didn't come out right, but they were a little bit more sexual with the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I think Marvin took it with Let's Get It On, but Al Green came out in 72 with his, so he was kind of stepping. By the time 1979, 77-ish came out, oh, Teddy was taking over. It was over. He let you know, close the door, turn off the lights, and this is what's going down. And I feel like these guys made it good for the 70s. It was taboo, but I think for them, they made it classy. It was still classy. Like Teddy, like, come on and go with me. And Al Green is like, here I am, baby, come and take me. And then you got, you know, turn off the lights. Now, you get to the 90s, you had people like R. Kelly saying, you know, sex me, bump and grind, your body's calling. Like, he was definitely, like, in the 90s, it was like, this is what it is and this is what it is. But I'm missing the 80s. Back to the 80s, you had Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat was a beggar, but he was definitely talking to the girls, you know what I mean, in a way that Al Green was kind of doing in the 70s, but he was kind of doing it with a little bit of the 80s style to it. By the time, like I said, it got to R. Kelly, and you had R. Kelly, and you had A-Town, and you had all these groups and all these guys, they were telling you what it is. Now, people like Trey Songz and Chris Brown, you are basically in the bed in that moment with them. In the 70s and 80s, it kind of, you know, Al Green and Teddy Pendergrass kind of made it classy. You know what I'm saying? Like a little classy, but still it was sexual, but it was still classy. Like Teddy always loved to say he want to rub you down in some hot oil. That was just him. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody took more of their swag and their performance-wise more from Teddy and Al more than they did Marvin, in my opinion. And, you know, I just wanted to do that, but also in this video, as much as I love soul, we talked about soul a little bit, we talked about gospel, we clearly talked about R&B. I could not leave this video without talking about hip-hop. So, you know, I'm going to give y'all like maybe 3 songs from each artist that, you know, from Al Green that people sampled, and from Teddy Pendergrass. So we're going to start with Teddy Pendergrass. We're going to start with him. So everybody kind of knows this song now, and I think this was kind of maybe Nelly's kind of last good album. And he did the joint with Jaheim, and everybody kind of know it. So y'all know this. See, y'all know they took that right from Come On and Go With Me by Teddy Pendergrass. So, you know, that was one. Next one, it's not really hip-hop, but it's that hip-hop soul, and she's the queen of it. And y'all know I love Mary, so if I couldn't add her to the video, that's crazy. But this right here, y'all should know the sample. You should, but if you don't, close the door. Chuckie Thompson used the Close the Door sample for the Mary J. Blige, My Life, the Mary Jane All Night Long, the second track, because you got the intro, but the second track, he used that, and Mary rode that beat crazy. Loved it, loved it, loved it. The next one, DJ Premier, one of my favorite hip-hop producers, actually one of my favorite producers of all time, used Teddy Pendergrass's If I Had, or If I Had You. One of those. I'm forgetting the title. Is gone from me right now. But he used that, and he used it for this. Yeah, D'Angelo and DJ Premier used the Teddy Pendergrass sample for this. Staying alive, more slice of the devil's pie. Ha! Hey! Yeah! Staying alive, more slice of the devil's pie. Okay, now we're going to go to Brother Al Green. One of my favorite MCs of all time. He's in my top basically, actually, my top 2 artists, hip-hop artists of all time, actually use samples by Al Green. The first one, I'm going to start with Nas, my favorite rapper alive. He's my favorite rapper from alive. Yes, I'm from Brooklyn, but he's from Queens. It's all good. I keep it honest and keep it real with y'all. Y'all know what it is. So, this right here. Trap Masters, y'all know y'all use I Wish You Were Here off the Al Green is Love album for Shootouts.
Besides the Henny, it's out there seen plenty. Things get skinny as the Queens was a crack Jenny. Instead of diet plans, it's crack 200 grams. I pump a T-Pack.
Yeah. Next, Chuckie Thompson once again. Chuckie Thompson, he is a sampling brother from the 70s. That's why he's another one of my favorites. I think, this is actually another one of my favorites from Al Green. I'm Glad You're Mine. That was off the I'm Still in Love album. And I couldn't believe when I heard the Life After Death album, because my pops got it. And when we heard it, I knew this beat. I was like, what is this beat? And after a while, I had to start thinking, and I was like, oh, he used the Al Green beat.
Check it out. This here goes out to all the niggas that be fucking mad bitches. Creep up on your ass. A lot of niggas respect it. This, but that ass fat. You got a body making niggas.
I got a story to tell. Another one of my top 10 when it comes to Biggie songs. That's one in my top. He bodied that joint. But Chuckie Thompson once again used Al Green sample. The last one I'm going to play for Al Green sample, again, we shouted back out to my favorite artist of all time, Miss Mary J. Blige, off the My Life album once again. But this time, Chuckie Thompson actually didn't produce this record. It was actually Davin from Jodeci, and KC wrote the song. Clearly it was going to be on the My Life album. Mary was going to put that joint on there. It's No One Else, and they used the Free at Last joint off the Live For You album from Al Green, and it goes like this. Y'all know y'all hear it. Y'all know y'all hear it. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm ending it with that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to really, I feel like Teddy Pendergrass and Al Green are the blueprints for what we have now, like I said, with Trey and Chris Brown. And it's this new kid. Is it Bronson? I don't know his last name. And I listened to his album, but I see where he's going with it. I was a little iffy with the trap soul type of thing, but I see what he's going there. But he do got a couple of jams that does give me a little bit of Teddy Pendergrass, Al Green-ish type of vibe. But like I said, these two are the blueprints, and I think we give it a lot to Marvin, which is fine. You might have Marvin as your influence, but I feel like performance-wise and selling it more was Al Green and Teddy Pendergrass. I think they sold it more. I think Marvin, he talked about it, he sung about it, but I don't think he sold it. Like, that was, I don't want to say gimmick, but it was part of what they're known for. And Al Green is known for sexual songs, and so is Teddy Pendergrass. And I think that these guys definitely big up, like Raheem DeVaughn and Kenny Lattimore and a lot of these, guys that should be on the top of the chart and are not. But they definitely big up Teddy Pendergrass and Al Green. But hopefully you guys enjoy. Y'all see we going to go out on Mary J. Blige, No One Else. And like I said, hey, go have y'all drink to the music. Don't let the soul music stop, because the Dawn Show ain't going to stop over here. So peace, y'all, and I'm out. Peace.